Well, I can't believe we made it here. We are at a great time for movies. Superheroes are out, video game movies are in, and of course, I'm talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. I saw the movie streaming on Peacock for free, which is awesome. The movie is already making crazy money, boatloads of money. I know that mascot horror is very popular because Five Nights at Freddy's, but damn, 80 million already on a cheap budget? This is crazy. And to think that Scott Cawthon made a franchise that's so big, so huge, like he went from what, being a Dollar Tree employee to making Christian games, failing mostly until he made Five Nights at Freddy's, almost in spite, and put him where he is now. Extremely successful, a family man, a franchise man. He changed the world, the indie gaming world, forever. You couldn't go anywhere without thinking about Five Nights at Freddy's here, Five Nights at Freddy's music, theories, books. He has got it all. Theories, movies, everything now. So I commend the man. Despite what you think of the games or not, the YouTubers who play them or not, it doesn't matter. Five Nights at Freddy's is huge, and I always respected him since it first came out in what, 2014? Around that time? I played most of the games. I beat 1, I beat 2, I couldn't beat 3. I didn't even play 4, 5, and 6, Sister Location. I didn't. But you know, like most of us, we watched people play it, like Markiplier, MatPat Theories, and so on. So, with all that out of the way, let's talk about the movie itself. So, what do I think of the movie? As a casual fan that knows, you know, a lot of the lore, but not all of it. You know, I haven't read all the books, but I've kept up with a lot of videos, a lot of Wikipedias, of course, and, you know, curiosity, because I always enjoyed the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. You know, it was unique, it was different. You know, the games were basic, but it was always different. So, the movie, I think, does a great job of expanding the character, starring as you, the security man, Mike Schmidt. And of course, like in the games, your job is to watch the cameras, make sure everything's okay, no one breaks into the Five Nights at Freddy's facility, and survive the night. This is a PG-13 movie made by Blumhouse, so you know, usually the budget is low, but they actually did a great job with the budget, considering that the animatronics were not ugly CGI, they were actually practical, and I think they were made by, I can't think of their name right now, but they're a very famous practical puppeteering group. But let's get this out of the way. Is the movie good? I think the movie is actually really damn good. I think it takes risks, and I think it really does expand the characters. So Mike Schmidt in the movie is depressed. He's trying to raise his sister by himself. I'm not gonna go into spoilers as to why, but you actually do feel for the guy. There's a lot of things he does, and there's a good reason why he does them. And the movie makes you care about him. It makes you feel bad for him. And the actor they picked is really good too. All the actors they picked for all the roles here are actually very good. All he's trying to do is take care of his sister by himself while there's a family member trying to take her away, and she's not a typical child. She is atypical, and she's able to, well, I'm not gonna explain. Let's just say that. So how does the movie do representing the Five Nights at Freddy's crew? We do see them. It explains the backstory very well, and I'm actually very impressed. I was thoroughly entertained. There is clearly a lot of love and effort put into this. Just like as I mentioned with One Piece, just as I mentioned with the Mario Bros movie and the Sonic movie, there has been a lot of effort, a lot of good, loving effort put into this. We even have a lot of cameos from surprising characters like MatPat and a few others. But the fact is that this was written for fans, all right? Not for the random person, but for fans. Fans will be highly rewarded because everything they want is in here. Murder, mayhem, animatronics, the children, all that is there. But I was thoroughly entertained with the other cast, not just Mike and Abigail, his sister, but their family members, a cop named Vanessa, she was fantastic, and some other characters. Everyone did an amazing job with their acting. The writing is actually, I'm surprised how solid it is. Like I said, it makes you care for the characters. It's heartfelt at times, and you know what? Everything has a reason for what they do. There's something that happens at the beginning of the movie where Mike overreacts and gets himself in trouble, and at first when I thought, I'm like, okay, that was an overreaction, but I was thinking there had to have been a reason for it, and they explain it almost immediately, and I was like, wow, okay, I see you, movie, I see you, making logical sense, almost too much sense. And they do a lot in what, in an hour and 40 minutes, 50 minutes, almost 2 hours. They pack a lot, and you're not really bored often. There's a few things I wish we would have more of. I wish we had more of the animatronics doing stuff, and I wish we had more of, you know, more action from them, I guess I'll say. But considering this was an indie project, there's a small budget, they still did an amazing job with what they had. I guarantee you the sequels we're gonna have, and boy, we're gonna have them with the success that it already has in like first 3 days. There will be a lot of movies, and then we're gonna get much more. And I'm actually very excited for the sequel because the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 I think is one of my favorite games, and also one of the damn hardest in my opinion. So I can't wait to see more of that. And since you played that game, you should know it's a prequel. So I hope we get to see that soon. If not, I don't mind, because with the stuff they changed with the characters makes sense. They still respect the lore. And that's just like as I was talking about Adventure Time, respecting your audience, respecting your fans is huge. And this respects your fans 110% of the way. From the intro sequence that really caters to the video game pixel graphics, the 8-bit Atari graphics from the first games, to the music. They do a great job with the music. Especially in the end credit scene, I can't believe they actually put that song in there. I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's not really a spoiler. But like I said, they really cared for this project. You can tell there was a lot of effort into this by the actors, by the writers, by the creators of the costumes, everything. This definitely has Scott Cawthon's influence. He definitely played a role in this, and I'm so glad we did. I can't wait to see more video game adaptations because like I said, superhero movies are out, video game movies are in, and I can't wait to see more. Can we get a Resident Evil movie? A proper one that's not shit? That'd be awesome. Or a Metroid or a Zelda movie. Nah, those are the ones I really want to see done proper. So if you're a fan, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a fan, casual, curious person who wants to know what the franchise has been about, this pretty much gives you the rundown of everything, and it does it with justice. It's entertaining, it's fun, it's unique, and I'm always going to support something that's different and unique. In a time where Hollywood is always rebooting stuff to no end and coming out with unoriginal stuff, this is a breath of fresh air. Even though we had the other movie that was a parody of this, basically the one with Nicolas Cage killing on the animatronics, Willy's Fun Time or whatever it's called. This, I think, is a great movie for what it is. It does the job, and it does it very well. And I'm very curious to see where this franchise goes next because I am fully supporting it. This brought me in, and I can't wait to see more. So what did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you not? Unfortunately, this is PG-13, but this is catered to, you know, kids. These mascot horror games have always been popular with kids, and it's no different here. But you know what? From some of the gore that we did get, I was actually very impressed. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's not scary. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's is not scary ever. It's just some of the jump scares. But they did a great job, and for the first game, this is it. I guarantee you though, in the later you probably get some rated R moments or horror moments because it does get creepy, especially with like number 4 and Springtrap and all those all those there. So comment below and let you know, and let's talk about what you thought of the movie. I'm curious, are you a fan? Are you not? Did it do justice for you? Comment below and let me know, and let's discuss. Thank you all for watching. This is Random Junk signing off.